Hey y'all, welcome back to the shop after hours. Today we are going to be looking at a request from Zombies Cool FR for a redraw of Ocarina and Roxune with a comforting or reassuring photo of their minor forms. So that's what we're going to be doing today. I'm just going to jump right into it. And what I was thinking is that we maybe put the characters here, the major forms on the side. So for those of you who don't know, these two characters are from My Singing Monsters Paranormal Carnival. And because they're part of the Paranormal Carnival, it means that they have two forms, a pair of forms, a major and a minor form. So I wanted to put Roxune on this side here. And I'm just going to do a quick gesture sketch for it. And we're going to fix her or its body type in a little bit. But for right now, I've been just practicing doing more gestures. And the line of action here is going to be like right down here. With this leg like kicked out to the side. And it doesn't have arms, right? It has like a poncho, I guess. And it's got a ball right here, but it's also got like a poncho that's coming this way. Right, and it's got, it's got the double jointed leg like normal people have and stuff, but what I wanted to try to do is to put like a picture frame here. So I'm not sure what they meant by like a comforting or reassuring picture of the minor forms, but there is an old trend on Facebook where people, when they were getting married, like their parents would hold up a picture of the wedding couple in the picture, and then it would be like the parents on the side. So I was thinking about doing that. So we can come back through here, maybe shrink this up a little bit. Okay. And then this can be like the picture, and we can maybe even move that leg out a little bit more. Really emphasize the action there, that leg kicking itself out. And it's standing on this leg. And then on this side we would have Ocarina. I know it's like a pun on Ocarina. So I just don't know if it's pronounced Ocarina or Acorina or Ocarina or whatever. And then it's just going to be holding the sign up here. And then it's got these, like, it reminds me of Pokemon, of Bronzong to some degree, where it's like got the big kind of iron bell aesthetic. And we want maybe the thumb here. I know it has 4 fingers, and it doesn't really look like it has a thumb, because the hands on Ocarina almost look like how you would pretend your hand is a finger or a person. How your hand is like a person walking around, like is that the arms and the legs and stuff. But we're going to maybe forego that here so that we can make it look like it's actually holding the picture up, because we don't want it to look like it's falling or anything. Okay, maybe we even have to see, this is the problem. This is the problem with having to draw this vertical frame like this so that it fits on YouTube Shorts, is that I'm constantly having to adjust, whereas like a wider frame this way, I could probably much easier, like if it was like this instead, I could very easily fit the whole idea in there. But now I gotta shrink it up, and we gotta figure out what we're doing with up here and down here. It's good times. Anyway, let's maybe shrink it up a little bit more. I could push it over here. I know I want the picture in the middle, so if we have to move things around, we still can. Now, Ocarina is crazy difficult design, so you're gonna have to bear with me on that one. What I'm gonna do is also maybe just kind of make a really generic gesture pose for it. You know, get the neck here. It won't have a neck. It's going to be like a lantern. Gosh, it's not going to work, is it? Because it's a lantern. It's not anything like a person. A gesture pose, it's just not going to work. Gesture pose, that is. So, let's see. Well, I guess it kind of does. Maybe we'll just draw like the shapes here. So this is almost like a bell. Like this. And then it's just got a cage around it. Here, we're experimenting how we're going to do this. By the way, it's got a light in the middle. And we want the light maybe to be looking this way. Towards the camera-ish. There we go. Okay. Good. Now that we have that settled, YouTube was yelling at me that I need to get into the drawing faster and stop horsing around at the beginning. So that's what we're doing. Jumping straight in. And what I wanted to talk about today is not only just the picture and what I'm doing, like the process of how I'm doing this, but I know we like to talk about stuff on the Shop Talk videos. And today I just wanted to maybe talk about why it seems like all of the indie projects that are coming out of YouTube's animation world, like the YouTube indie animation world, really just seem like they're adult animated stuff. And the only real family friendly type of stuff that's not necessarily made for kids, but it's like targeted at the whole family, is still just really Disney and DreamWorks and those sorts of companies and they still operate off of the archaic, the cable rule, where you gotta get on cable or buy their streaming service to see their high quality entertainment. And it just it feels like it's washed at this point, you know? There's so many adult cartoons out there, not like, you know, triple X rated stuff, but like focused on older teenagers or young adults. And it's just kind of like potty humor almost. I'm not saying it's not good. Some of the shows are actually very good. I'm just saying the market is like super saturated with that stuff. There's like nothing for the stuff that we would have grown up with on Disney's Renaissance period, right? Like the old Disney films. That needs to go higher. It just seems like there's nobody out there who wants to do that. And I can understand that. You know, that's not the first thing that jumped into my mind when I was like, I want to do animation. And I want to make it just like Disney. I mean, it did, because that's how I'm practicing my animation, is to learn to do it just like Disney used to. You know, but the stories just aren't the same. It's not like moral, like the framework of the show isn't like teaching kids what to do and what not to do. Instead, it's just like adult humor and vulgarity. And I get that. I do. Like I said, a lot of the projects that are coming out, they're not bad. I just think that there's that market that's missing. And it kind of really makes me sad. But I also understand maybe why. Is, to be honest with you, that's probably a really hard market to target on YouTube. And you would almost certainly have to have big money backing in order to make that work. Man, this character is so complicated. Because not only does it like have all these weird circles, but it's also got like these ridges that come down like this. Yeah. It's supposed to be some kind of a lantern, I guess. I don't know. I mean, I don't know who designed it or why, but so I feel like that's what it's supposed to be, is like a lantern. But it's also like a pun on ocarina, which is a type of flute. So I don't know. I'm not sure what I'm not a music person, so I would be the last person to get an inside reference like that. I need to make that way smaller. That's way too big. Shrink down. I just think that it would be really good if something like a family friend, like a DuckTales or something, existed on YouTube as an indie project. I'm not saying DuckTales needs to exist there. I'm just saying like something like that. It's not meant for kids. It's not targeting kids specifically. It would be, I guess it would be like DuckTales, but it would be more like the actual Disney films, which I guess is really hard to do in the short form content that people watch on YouTube. Like, they don't want to watch long stuff. They would really rather watch the shorter stuff, I think, for the most part. That's why a lot of these shows end up with like 30-minute episodes at the most. It kind of flares out here like this. You know, it's just hard. The attention spans are just not there anymore. You can get people for maybe 15 minutes, I think you're doing really good. If you get people for the whole duration of the episode, you're doing really good. You know? But think about it. If you think about it, what indie projects are out there right now? The big ones, right? You had The Amazing Digital Circus, not really for kids. It looked like it may have started out wanting to be able to include kids, but it very quickly turned into, and I don't know that for sure, it very quickly turned into more of an adult type of show. Oops, shoot. Yeah, and you know, maybe it was supposed to be that way from the start, always, and I misread it on the first episode. But it was certainly targeted at kids after. And it's not like the later episodes really drive home that idea that it's not for kids. I mean, it's about like an existential crisis type of show. There we go. And this is all dark back here. Okay. A little dark in there too. And then we got the hand holding it up, and it's got like a hand on each side, so maybe we could put another hand like right here. There. And I feel like some people might even be like, well, if you don't like what's out there, then make your own. And one of these days, maybe I will. I would love to. Maybe I will. But just think about the other stuff that's out there too, right? You've got all of the Vivian Medrano stuff, which is like Has Been Hotel and Hell of a Boss. And that's not for kids. That shit is not for kids. Right? But that's, again, it's older teens, younger adults, super vulgar. That's the kind of stuff they're into, and that's fine. I've watched it, and I think it's entertaining. For the most part. certainly vulgar, more vulgar than I really care for, but, you know, not a knock against them, that's just the style of the show. You've got Lackadaisy, that may be a little closer to something for kids, but still not really, because it's, I mean, let's be honest, it's about gangsters and prohibition like America, except with cats, which is funny, but it's like, it's not for kids, really. Not that it should be for kids. I keep saying that. It's more family. It wouldn't be appropriate for kids, is really what I'm getting at. It wouldn't be appropriate for kids to watch it, whereas the older Disney films were. But they were also something that adults could really enjoy. There was humor for adults. It went over the kids' head, but it wasn't grossly inappropriate. You know. And then we can maybe make the little in your hand here. It's supposed to be like in the background or something. I don't know. Go. You've also got the newer ones like Planetronica, which was, man, that was a confusing show for me. I didn't grow up with the 2000s era cartoons so much as I did with like the late 90s type of stuff. So Planetronica just confused the hell out of me. It was like if someone built a cartoon based exclusively on ADD. That's what Planetronica was for me to watch. Like, I could not, like, I had no idea what was even happening half the time. And again, that's not a knock to the show, that's just the style of the show, and it's not for everybody. But again, that show is not for kids, really. It's got a lot of, in fact, I think, didn't they say that was, no, I'm thinking of the other one, Game Overs. Got the TV 14 rating officially. But we'll get to that one. Planetronica was not for kids. It had adult stuff in it. You know, characters doing more adult orient. They weren't like lewd and lascivious or whatever, but it was like not for kids. It would be inappropriate for kids, I should say. Got that. Now let's do the little forms, the minors. Minor forms, not minors like children, but the minor as in the minor note or whatever. I'll go back through here and do the details later when after the video's over, when we do the inking and stuff. And I should probably turn this on. I always forget. Okay, and so now we want, let's see if I can even fit the minor forms in here. Holy cow. I was thinking of having them like taking a nap next to each other, but I don't know if there's room for that. Make the background here. And then this raccoon, the minor form, looks like it's got like a giant sombrero. And if we draw it like it's like leaning back here, sleeping or something, it's like a bell. So it would have like a bell bottom. It also has legs. It does have legs too. Let's move that up. The hat's too low. Maybe we draw the bottom and then the top. So like, see, we'll put a wall here and we want him or it leaning up against the wall here. Like this, to this angle right here. then maybe the leg doing something like this. It's just sleeping. It's peaceful. It's reassuring. That's what Zombies Cool FR wanted, was sort of reassuring photo. That wasn't like crazy, or because I know a lot of these minor forms get like the heavy shaft in terms of looking like they're like about to die or something. Actually, the last one we did, holy moly. You know, leaning up against the wall like that, its leg kind of like, it's just chilling. It is just chilling, but it's also got like this humongous sombrero. Or like this enormous brimmed hat. And it's tipped it down like a cowboy. Sleeping. Taking a nap. And then the other Ocarina minor form is doing the same thing. We want it actually not to be like that. We want it to be like this. And a bit of an angle. Like that. Yeah. Okay, and then I mentioned that we were going to get to game overs. I wouldn't say that that's kid appropriate. It could be, I guess. By and large, it probably is. But it does have some stuff that I think may have warded Disney off a little bit if they were going to make it. And I hate to compare everything to Disney, but they really were the best at making family animated entertainment for a very long time. If you think about it, really. I mean, Don Bluth existed. Don Bluth Studios. They still exist, I guess, but some of his movies were targeted towards the full family audience, but they were more deep, I would say, and a whole lot more terrifying for kids. A whole lot more They probably terrified some, like, it completely ruined some childhoods with how terrifying some of those films were. Secret of NIMH was no joke. No joke. It was a great film. Watching it when you're older is probably the way to go. But it would not when you're maybe not when you're younger. It was a great film. The Land Before Time was really good. Very sad film, but very good. And then it has the little things hanging down here like this. And then it's leaning up against this other one. The Ocarina. The Land Before Time, man, that was a sad movie. Even when you're a kid, you're like, God damn, dude, what the hell are you doing? What are you doing to me? Man, that's kind of it though. They had An American Tail, which was pretty good also, but terrifying. Some of those cats were messed up, dude. For real. But it was good, ultimately. And then this one really does look like it's like busted. Like it's about to die. I guess here. Actually, that's not even the right angle. So this thing is like looking down. It's like, ugh. If we draw the actual eye part first, we would end up like, ugh. And then the eyes are even like, just like, oh my gosh. Well, existence is pain. Okay, and then it's got the Underdark here. And it's like busted, like the whole side of it's like blown out. So like this. Its hands are all screwed up on the ground. Whatever. Totally depressed palette. Like that dark verdant, or that light verdant. Like the dark green blue. One of its hands is even broken. Yeesh. Almost looks like it's carrying, instead of a light to guide souls, it's almost like it's carrying a soul to the underworld or something. I don't know its backstory. You guys will have to fill me in on that. That's a little too big. Scale that down a little bit. Move it over. But yeah, Disney was the best at doing it, and since they kind of lost it, they stopped doing the 2D animation, they started moving up into 3D. I knew it was time for them to do that. That's probably what Walt would have done. He was a sucker for technology and making life easier on the studio. Plus, you know, I mean, the ultimate test of that was when they released The Princess and the Frog. That was a good movie. It wasn't bad. It wasn't nearly as bad as people make it out to be. But the problem is, it did not do well in the box office because it wasn't. What happened? I made a copy of the layer. Okay. Because it wasn't 3D. Look at how Toy Story did. It's phenomenal. It was a 3D film. Audiences had moved away from traditional hand-drawn animation, and instead moved into three-dimensional stuff. And I mean, I was in the same boat to some degree. I will always have a special place for hand-drawn 2D animation, and that's why I do it. And I haven't tried to start learning 3D animation because the 2D stuff is really just where I would rather be. There's more heart to it and soul. And I'm not saying there's not heart and soul in 3D animation, but the amount of effort you have to put in to make a hand-drawn 2D animated project, you know, it's a lot more. It's a lot of work. And I've never done 3D animation, so I couldn't tell you. But I do know that it is a lot of work to do the hand-drawn animation. And you can feel the animator in the animation rather than manipulating like a 3D object and bringing that to life or moving that around in three-dimensional space. You can actually feel the animator putting a soul into what they're making in 2D animation. You can feel it, as long as they were good at it, you know. It's got a candle in here. This is like a little rounded body, just all kind of like bleh. Just busted up on this side. It's got legs, but they're all collapsed now. Like bleh. There we go. Something like that. Anyway, the point of that is that I feel like there should be more of that family-friendly Disney content. Or Disney-like content. Say, there's enough Disney content out there. But Disney-like content, maybe with good ideas, like Don Bluth had when he was challenging them. There should be more of that, and much less of just the easy money type of stuff, Disney does a lot of easy money crap right now. Like the Toy Story remakes or the animated remakes of the Disney Renaissance classics. The ones that actually did have heart and soul in them. Making the soulless 3D animated crap or the AI crap or what have you. I just think that really ultimately we need that stuff back. We need animators with hearts and souls. Again, I'm not saying 3D animators don't have those. I'm just saying we need that 2D animation back that inspires kids to grow up and be the best version of themselves. Instead, we got soulless 3D remakes and reimaginings and whatever. You can get the idea. Alright. That's what I got for that one. We messed up the hand on the bottom. I forgot about that. Oh, that's what that was. No. We'll make it in red. And we'll put it here. We'll make it better than the last one. Totally 110% forgot that we made the hand there. Oh, no. There we go. It's better than the last one. Oh, boy. Okay. There we go. Good. Now I'll finish this up in post, and I am recording the time lapse here, so you'll see the rest of the process on the finished video. I do want to try and call it for this one. I'm just so short on time that it's insane these days, and I apologize if it's taken so long to get these out, these videos. I've got one more that I want to put out that I'm gonna probably try to do tomorrow or potentially the next day. Looks like they're balancing on a high wire. How I did that. Or the next day, because I don't want to leave you guys hanging. I know you've requested stuff, and I don't want to not do it. Like I said in another video, if I had the time and the means and the resources to do this full time, I would. I'd take all your requests, and we'd have videos every day. But unfortunately, that's not how it works. That's not how life is. But so here's this one. Thank you to Zombies Cool FR for requesting. This was a very interesting idea. And I do have one more coming up from Cody 404 to make a surprise monster. Or I don't want to say it. I'm going to spoil it. I know this person probably already seen the post anyway, but I don't want to spoil it. But we're going to be working with Cody 404 to make this next monster, which is a fan-made My Singing Monsters from Panic Cavern. That's coming up next. this video, however, we had Raksoon, major form with its minor form, and Acarina, major form with its minor form, which is an insanely detailed character design. But we did it, and it was fun. Thank you to Zombies Cool FR for requesting it. And until next time, guys, thanks for hanging out, and I'll see you around.